Hello everyone and welcome back. This video is about storytelling. Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools in marketing, and it's been used long before social media, advertising, or even modern brands existed. Humans have been telling stories for thousands of years. It's how we learn, connect, and understand the world. That's why stories in marketing work so well. They don't just deliver information, they create emotion, meaning, and connection. When a brand tells a story, it activates parts of your brain that facts alone cannot. Instead of just processing data, your brain starts imagining scenes and emotions. This creates something called narrative transportation, which means your mind temporarily enters the story. When that happens, the message feels more personal and more believable. You're not just hearing something, you're experiencing it. Think about Nike. They don't sell shoes by listing the material, the stitching, or the cushioning. They show real athletes, real struggles, and real victories. The message is always about determination, courage, and rising after failure. When you see a Nike story, you're not buying shoes, you're buying the feeling of becoming stronger. That's the power of storytelling. Another great example is Apple. Their advertisements rarely focus on technical details. Instead, they showcase creativity, connection, and simplicity. Apple's story is always about making life easier and more beautiful. You're not just buying a phone, you're buying a lifestyle, a sense of belonging, and a feeling of elegance. Storytelling works because it makes brands relatable. When you hear a story of a customer who overcame a problem or achieved a goal using a product, it becomes more memorable and emotional. Emotions drive decisions, not logic. Most people decide with emotion first and then justify with logic afterward. Stories make that process even stronger. Another reason storytelling is so effective is because it builds long-term loyalty. Facts can be forgotten within seconds, but stories stay in our minds for years. When customers feel emotionally connected to a brand, they are far more likely to return, recommend the product, or even pay more for it. In a world full of noise, ads, and endless content, storytelling helps brands stand out by being authentic and relatable. People don't remember prices or features, but they always remember how a story made them feel. So the next time you engage with a brand that moves you, pay attention to the story behind it. And if you're creating content, remember this: stories don't just sell products, they build relationships, trust, and loyalty.